Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome back for another card review. So this review is a bit late. It's into the Mega Man patch already, and then I'm doing this card review post patch, right? So I kind of played a few of these cards already. So in a sense, I can give a more in-depth card review for this series right here. Alright, so in this video, we're going to talk about Iris. So this is going to be one of the shorter card reviews because she's more of a team player than a leader, I feel. Alright, so let's take a look at Iris' leader skill first, which is Fire and Machina attack times 6.5 with a HP recovery boost of 1.4. Right, so typical, quite a good leader skill, right, in terms of base stats. So you can see that we can either play Fire team or Machina team, right? So this means you can bring in other booster cards such as Medea. You can bring in cards like Yoko from Tengen Toppa collaboration previously. Alright, and then point number 2, we have attack bonus for each combo increased by 125%. So something like Daji, right? The combo booster. So on top of that, point number 3, Fire Rune possess 50% of other rune stones. So in my opinion, I find that this one is gonna be okay, right? After we're gonna talk. I'm going to explain more after we talk about the active skill as well as the passive team skill that Iris have. Alright, so I'm going to talk about the team skill for Iris. So apparently Madhead didn't put any screenshots for the team skill for Iris. Right, so I'm just going to read it out. Alright, so basically you have an extend rune movement time regardlessly for 5 seconds. So that is pretty long. Right, so if you have a rune movement reduced to 2 seconds, you still have 7 seconds of spin time, so that is pretty good. Right, so point number 2, other runestones possess effect of fire runestones, so which means you have a full board possessing fire effect. Right, so this is leaning more towards you can play a more fire orientated team, right, or you can do rainbow as well because Iris base leader skill also fire rune possess 50% of other runestones if you leader ally Iris. Right, that's going to be 100% as well. Right, so this is quite a versatile playstyle. Right, so you can put in other cards, other attribute cards, or other attribute Machina cards. Right, so point number 3 for team skill, we have a auto conversion, something like what we have for Yoko if you guys played the Tengen Toppa collaboration. Right, so turn the column below leader into enchanted fire every round, and then turn the column below ally into enchanted heart every round. Right, so you have an auto convert. Right, so you can actually play a dual Iris or dual Iris ally 0 for a fast farm. Something like if you want to farm your materials in the black hole, you can use Iris. Right, so auto conversion will actually help you to clear the stage faster. Right, so in terms of practicality, I find that this auto conversion might hinder you sometimes. Right, because of this auto conversion, you might mess up your board in terms of your quintet shields and other possible shields that you have to solve on your own. Right, so other than that, I find that in terms of fuel, the speed it builds the fuel up to 100, I think it's going to be pretty good, right, because of that auto conversion as well. Right, so let's move on to Iris' active skill. Alright, so Iris active skill at CD6, so for 2 rounds damage received minus 40%, right, so we have a more defensive active first, right, so after that we have point number 2, electrifying runes can be moved, and point number 3, when you start with an attributive runestone, turn the first 5 runestone touch while moving into enchanted runestones of the attribute you started with. Right, so this can be quite versatile in terms of solving things such as quintet shields, right, if you unfortunately have one attribute missing on the board, you can start off with that attribute and then you have all the 5 attributes on the board, just to give an example. Right, so most of the time you'll probably be using this offensively by holding the fire runes, so you have more fire runes on your board if you're going to do a big burst. Right, point number 4, fire attack can overpower fire enemies, so this is going to be quite useful if you pair it with cards like Zero, as well as that mini jackpot card, what's her name, Alia, I think, right, the one that ignites as well. Right, let me take a look. Yep, Alia. So quite a few combos here and there, right? And then last but not least, when the effect is in play, each time other Machina activate its active skill, the effect stays in play for one more round, and you can stack this for to the max 5 rounds. Alright, so here you can see that you can combo it with your Mega Man X, the 1% jackpot card, because it's at a low CD of 2, which means that every 2 CD you can activate it once, so you just add 1 round, 1 round, 1 round, right? And then on top of that, other Machinas, when you activate its active skill, it kind of extends this active skill as well, right? So note that it says other Machinas, so it doesn't have to be Mega Man collaboration Machina cards, yeah? So quite a good supporting active skill right here, right? So overall, I find that Iris here is gonna be quite a valuable card in terms of Mega Man gameplay, right? So for the rest of the Machinas, for now, I think they are pretty self-sufficient already, because we already have Tengen Toppa and all this, so Iris don't really have a spot over there, right? But in terms of Mega Man collaboration, in terms of team combination, right, Iris is very, very valuable, right? So I suggest you guys to draw for Iris as well. Right, so that's all for this card review for Iris. If you enjoy it, do give it a like, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.